Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to work with aespa's group predictions for 2024. This reading will have 3 different questions. Question number 1 will be the current energy, just to see how aespa is doing right now. And then question number 2 will have 2 parts, which will be the group prediction and then the individual career predictions for the members. And last, the third question will be just any advice or healing messages that have to come through for them. With all of that said, let's just jump into the first question, and if not, in the description below, I will have the timestamps for the other parts of this video so that you can just jump around. What is aespa's current energy? We have the 3 of Pentacles, the Chariot reverse, and the King of Cups. It's not the King, the Queen of Cups, my bad. So this is actually a very good energy. The 3 of Pentacles kind of shows that right now the group is working together, but it seems like this is behind the scenes. Seems like everything is flowing very nicely. The staff is working well. Everyone involved behind the scenes is doing their part, and it seems like they're building up for something. And I'm telling you guys that this is behind the scenes because of the Chariot reversed. Usually the Chariot upright talks about someone that feels like they're in a good position, they feel confident, victorious, they feel that they're unstoppable, in a way they're on top of the world, and therefore they have all of the positivity and the confidence to push forward in any direction that they want. Also, the Chariot does talk about travel. It talks about movement in general, and it could also symbolize someone that, since they have already decided on a specific path that they want in life, they're able to just start moving towards that goal or towards that path. And again, the confidence that they carry with them is kind of like what fuels them to just push forward without any hesitation. However, this card is reversed, so to me that just kind of shows not necessarily that the group doesn't really know what they're doing or that they lack confidence. I think this is more along the lines that the group is just thinking that right now is not the right time, or they're not taking action on the surface, because I do feel that behind the scenes there's still a lot of work that is being done or that is being planned out before that first initial step is taken. That's just kind of what it looks like to me right now. Anyway, let me go back. So the 3 of Pentacles talks about teamwork, group work, projects, and to me the 3 of Pentacles is a very good sign for K-pop groups, because that kind of shows that everyone's working together in unison and in a way even effortlessly. It's like everyone already knows what they're good at, everyone already knows their role and their strengths and weaknesses, so everyone is able to work together very well because they're able to kind of pull their own weight, or everyone is able to say, this is what I'm willing to offer in this project and this is what I'm willing to bring in as well. So that kind of just makes me think that everyone's working together, kind of like if there's a project that they're all working, or there's a goal that they all have in common, everyone is putting up their part to make sure that everyone succeeds, or that everyone moves forward, or that everyone is constantly a step closer to achieving that goal or dream or whatever. So the 3 of Pentacles to me kind of shows, because Pentacles does talk about career, money, finances, and health. So in the 3 is a very good way of kind of showing teamwork in general. So to me, it just kind of shows that right now everyone feels very confident that whatever they're doing is beneficial for everyone, and that everyone is doing their part to make sure that everything gets done. So that just makes me think of people behind the scenes just planning things out, working things out, and preparing for something. And again, this Chariot reverse just makes me think as well that if they're not taking action on the surface, or nothing is being promoted, is because there's something being planned, which to me makes sense since it's the beginning of the year. The group will probably be working with the staff and with management to like figure out what will be the next steps or the next plan, or like what will be like the comebacks and promotions and I guess projects they will be working on this 2024, right? Now, the other card that we have right here is the Queen of Cups. So this kind of shows that the group feels very confident and feels very happy. Like emotionally, they're very stable. The Queen of Cups is Scorpio energy and the Chariot is Cancer energy. So there's a lot of water in the group right now, meaning that many of them feel very creative and inspired. Many of them feel very emotionally stable. And many of them also feel very... There's this sense of feeling this quiet intuitive trust of sorts. There's this idea of like they're trusting the process, they're trusting the planning that is going behind the scenes. There's this sense of putting a lot of in-depth analysis on what they're doing, and the way that this could manifest could be in different forms. Like some people could be putting the emotional creativity and like burying their soul in their work, and other people will simply be like very nonchalant, like I'm just doing what I have to do and I trust that everything will work out. And either way, it just kind of shows this confidence that by going with the flow, everything will happen, will work out the way that it has to. So in a way, you can say that there is trust in by being a little bit detached, and there's also a bit of trust by being like overly involved in something. So that's what I'm saying. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I saw a clip on my social media once, and in it, they were showing how all of the members took notes differently, and apparently Winter was the only one that actually took notes and took it with her. And then you had Giselle that was actually asking a bunch of questions about what was going on, and then you have Karina and Ning Ning that were just kind of like doodling and like I don't really want to be here, but like whatever, right? So that kind of just shows me that there's many different levels of involvement when it comes to their work and with their job. But regardless of that, at the end of the day, they're all in the same place where they just kind of trust that everything's gonna work out. So by having that mentality, it also helps because it puts less resistance in getting things done. Because then you have people that, by being superly involved and in a way wanting to take control over something, they can start putting resistance in the process. So because of that, I do feel that this Queen of Cups just kind of shows that many of them are going with the flow, or very confident that things are going to work out, regardless of how involved they are in a project or not. So again, this Queen of Cups just kind of shows that they're doing well right now. Let's go on to the second question, which is just the group predictions for aespa this 2024. What's in store for the group this year? We have two cards, which is New Moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation, and New Moon in Virgo with a time to give rather than take. So for the group this 2024, we have this Aquarius energy and this Virgo energy. With these two new moon cards, it kind of shows that they're at the start of something, or they want to do something different, or they're going to start shifting either their sound or their way of doing things this year when it comes to their career. And I'm saying this because new moons usually represent a new journey, a new chapter, a new beginning. So the first thing that kind of came to my mind is that the group is going to either change the sound of their music, or they're going to bring in a new idea to the concept that they have as a group. And I'm saying this in a way where I don't think necessarily the group is pushing for this new idea or this new way of doing things for their career. I think, of course, this is all in the company or the creative team that they have, so this is not necessarily within their power. However, this is significant because it will definitely, the word that came up was trigger, but I was going to say this will definitely bring in a new side of them. And this new side, based on the cards that we have right here, is going to be one where there's a high chance that the group will be promoting self-love and self-care this year somehow, some way. So I don't know if this will be like with like projects outside of music, or if their music is going to talk about this sense of being like gentle love, this sense of just taking care of yourself and be of service to yourself and others, that kind of idea. Now I'm saying this because here with New Moon in Aquarius, we have bring love into the situation, so that makes me think of having like a gentle approach to whatever it is that you're doing. So in this case for the group, it will be like in 2024, they're going to do things, either they're going to slow down so that they can focus on the individual schedules that they have, or they're going to start promoting their music in such a way that they will be talking about, you know, being kind to yourself, taking a break, relaxing. I don't know. I think this is somehow connected to the way that they're going to be promoting this year. I just don't know if it will really come up into their music, or if it will come up when the girls themselves are talking to fans, or if it will come up with either the products that they will be promoting this year individually, or well, I guess as a group as well. Now I'm saying this because these cards are supposed to represent what is in store for the group's career this year. I mean, there is also a chance that this idea of like being gentle with yourself, healing, and self-care will all be behind the scenes, so maybe we won't know too much about it. Anyway, but the other reason why I'm talking about healing and stuff is because of this new moon in Virgo. And Virgo is an energy of someone that is of service to others. Virgos are like, the energy itself is usually connected to someone that wants to heal themselves, or someone that is willing to be of service to others in a healing manner. So being able to provide help for other people, or being able to be there for others. And one thing is that, for example, if you have a placement with a moon in Virgo, you will have someone that feels useful or feels called to help other people constantly, because that's kind of what makes them feel like they're doing something good in life. So that's why I'm kind of mentioning this whole idea of like self-love and self-care. But if we look at this card itself, a time to give rather than take, it makes me think of the energy of someone that is taking things slow in their life, because Virgos could also be very tied to the routine and very kind of like obsessed with getting things done quickly, and workaholics in a way, basically. So this makes me think, though, that this energy is more along the lines of taking things slow and not working as hard, or there's this idea of the importance of taking a break, the importance of taking care of yourself before you continue working very hard, or before you get back to the hustle. One of the biggest things I'm getting for the group this year is that they might slow down with their promotions so that they can take care of themselves. I don't necessarily think there's going to be health issues that will kind of push the group to do that, as much as I think they're going to have some sort of a break that will bring this new energy within the group that will kind of re-energize them to get back to work with this new mentality, or this new energy that will definitely shine through with the way that they work and the way that they express themselves, because they're not stressed, they're not exhausted, and they're not overworked anymore. There's a chance that maybe they'll have some sort of break that will help the group a lot. But let's just start with the second part of this question, which is the individual career predictions, and I will go in age order, starting with Karina. So let's see. We have accident and hesitation. This year, this 2024, it seems like for Karina, there is a sense where she will have a lot of like gut feelings, or these times where she will hesitate to do something, and that's life telling her to just be careful and be cautious. One of the reasons why I'm thinking this is because there's this theme that keeps coming up about slowing down. So there's a chance that this year Karina will feel more inclined to not be reckless, or will feel more inclined to think things through before taking action. Or there is this sense where she will have a lot of gut feelings that she should be careful. Like, I don't know, maybe she has an inkling that this year could be one where if she's not careful, she could end up overworking her body, or she could end up being too distracted and something bad could happen. I don't know. There is a chance that maybe one of the reasons why the group takes a break is because there's an accident, which I hope that doesn't happen. But there could also be a chance that, those times where life kind of puts you in a situation like you can get a small injury of sorts, and it's kind of like a warning of like there's something bigger up ahead, so like do a U-turn and go go away or something. I feel that Karina could go through something like that, where she can sense danger. Again, the Queen of Cups for the group kind of shows that many of them are very intuitively connected. So that kind of shows that if they will be able to listen to their gut feeling and take it seriously. So there is a chance that this year, one of the highlights for Karina will be that while she's working, she will be very good at picking up on danger, or she will be very good at just picking up when somebody else is in danger as well. So her intuition is going to have like a bunch of sirens or alarms going off constantly, because she's taking care of herself and the people around her. And maybe her way of being of service to others this year, or the thing that will be highlighted to her in her career, is that all of a sudden she feels like everyone around her is going through is one step away from getting hurt, or one step away from being in an accident. And I think Karina and her intuition will be very good at kind of picking up the signs and be like, oh, like putting her hand out to help someone from falling, or all of a sudden kind of like holding someone back because something fell in front of them, or something along those lines. Like, I think this year we're gonna see a lot of that, and I think that is being highlighted because it will happen a lot while she's working. So either she's the one that is in danger and she kind of gets this caution feeling to kind of slow down, or the people around her are going to be in danger somehow, where she will just like, you know, kind of like her spider senses go off, and all of a sudden she is able to stop the danger from happening because she holds people back and goes like, okay, there's something wrong here. I don't know. I think her instincts are going to protect her a lot, but I do feel that Karina is very aware of them, and she doesn't like disregard them as overthinking. She just follows them and goes like, if I don't feel comfortable in this space, I'm walking away. So I do feel that there's nothing to worry about, as much as this is something that may happen a lot this year for her. So on to Giselle. So about Giselle's career this 24. Some prediction about Giselle's career. So we have Pride. So this 2024, for Giselle, we have an energy of an individual or a person that feels validated or feels like their hard work is paying off. This Pride makes me think that she might be the one leading an event, a project, or an idea. Like maybe while everyone's like brainstorming some sort of creative idea for the group, she brought something up that everyone was like, oh, that's a very good idea, let's go with it. And I think she's going to be very proud about the ideas that she's bringing in, the energy that she's bringing in for the group and the planning. Underneath, we have self-esteem, self-worth, and ego. So this kind of just makes me think that this year she has a lot of things to look forward to, and she has a lot of things to be proud about. Because I feel that this year she will succeed in a lot of the projects or goals that she has in mind. So she's going to feel like a queen. She's going to feel successful this year. She's going to feel like her hard work is finally paying off, or she's going to feel like people will give her the credit for her hard work. So there is a chance that, you know what I'm getting as well, that maybe this 2024 she will either write lyrics or be involved somehow with the group activities in such a way that she will be recognized for her hard work, or she will be recognized somehow for her talent, or for her person, or her way of being, or her way of thinking. But it will be highlighted in such a way that she will feel proud that people are noticing, or she will feel proud because she helps other people realize their way of thinking or their way of doing things. Or I don't know if this is related to how she gets involved with the group activities, and maybe she will just feel proud that she was recognized for her hard work, or that she was recognized for her creative ideas. But whatever happens this 2024 in her career, it will end up making her feel super proud of herself, and her self-esteem is going to get a boost because there's a sense of getting credit for her hard work, or there's a sense that there's a project or a goal that she starts this year that when she succeeds, she's going to feel very accomplished, basically. So this is a good card to have for this year for sure, especially when it's regards to her career. So on to the next person, which is Winter. So Winter's career this 2024. We have Trap. So this 2024 with Trap, it seems like Winter is going to feel very held back. She may feel like there's a lot of things that she wants to do but she can't, or maybe she will feel a bit tied down by her contract. So since this is connected to their individual careers, there is a chance that there's a lot of things that Winter wants to do, or maybe a lot of programs that she wants to be part of, and she can't really do it because there's maybe group activities that she has to prioritize or focus on, or maybe the company kind of goes like, yeah, we don't see any future in those projects that you want to be involved in. So maybe Winter may feel a bit discouraged this year because she may feel very held back. Another thing that I'm getting is that there might be times that Winter wants to do covers, or she wants to collaborate with people, and the company kind of gets in the way, or her contract gets in the way, and she can't do it. My nose feels very stuffy, so I find it a little bit weird. Not weird. A little bit hard to breathe. So that kind of makes me think that for Winter this year, she may feel a bit overwhelmed or a bit suffocated with either all the work that she has to do, or she may feel very overwhelmed with all the people that she's surrounded with. So there's a sense of feeling trapped, a sense of maybe even getting dizzy. So there is a chance that she should really look out for her health this year, because I do feel that she may feel overwhelmed to the point of needing to rest. Like maybe a doctor getting involved and telling her you need to rest. I don't know. There might be something along those lines. Here we have victim, allure, and trick on the bottom of the card. There is a chance that maybe Winter could get involved. I don't want to say in a scandal, but maybe something along those lines. Like, Winter is just doing her own thing, but somehow she ends up raveled up in rumors, or people misunderstand something that happened and she gets involved somehow. And I don't know how serious this is going to be, but it could be something significant enough that it will highlight, at least for the fans, this 2024 for Winter, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like, one of the ways that I can best explain this is, let's say that there is, like, they were in an award show of sorts, and then they show the reaction of the public, and Winter did not react at all. So people go like, oh, see, she doesn't care, she's bored. And maybe that could be some sort of scandal that for fans is like a highlight of, like, see, all of these people that don't know Winter, she was just vibing or whatever. But since she didn't react enough for them, everyone all of a sudden is like, she's bored, she doesn't want to even be there or whatever. But anyway, it could be something along those lines, that she's just kind of living her life, just doing her thing, and people start criticizing her or start creating this scandal of whatever, that the fans is gonna go like, oh, this gets highlighted to us this 2024. It's like the year that this happened. You know how it works with K-pop fans, right? That is like, oh, are you talking about the event that happened this year, this day of this month? That kind of thing. Now let's check for Ningning's career this 2024. Let's see the predictions for her. So the card that came up is ideas and I guess adventure. The one, it was behind it, but the fact that they kind of fell together kind of shows me that they had to come out together. So these cards are actually very good. So it seems like for Ningning this 2024, she's going to feel very inspired. She's going to feel like her creativity is flowing very easily and very nicely. She feels like she can communicate her ideas and express them very well, either through her singing, through her speaking, through her writing. Like, all of a sudden, everything that she feels or everything that she wants to convey, she all of a sudden has the words for it, or all of a sudden she has the means or the tools to be able to communicate it to others. So this idea makes me think that she's going to feel super inspired this year, and it's going to show off in her career, because this could be like, she could get ideas on how to communicate with others in a sense of like being able to connect with fans in a way that everyone feels satisfied, noticed, and they feel like they're valued somehow. So there's a chance that Ningning this year, she's going to be doing a lot of things where people are going to feel like they're interacting with her, and it's going to be in a very creative way, or it's going to be in a way that she hasn't done it before, so it will stand out to people. And the other reason why I'm saying that it's going to be completely different, well, maybe not completely different, but it's going to be something new that she's trying out this year, is because of the adventure card. So to me, the adventure card is very closely connected to the Fool, and the Fool is the first card of the Major Arcana, or of all of Tarot, because it's number 0. It's when you start a journey. It's supposed to represent an individual that's taking the initial step, or that first step, to go onto this new adventure and this new journey in their lives. So I see this card, and I just kind of, and with the idea one, that kind of just shows me that whatever Ningning wants to do this year, whatever idea or whatever inspiration hits her, it will be very beneficial for her, because she's just going to take action. And this goes very well with this Queen of Cups that we saw earlier, because that just kind of shows that she will be so inspired that she just takes the action necessary to start on this new journey. Also, this new moons show a new chapter or new journey. And as I mentioned earlier, the whole idea of going with the flow, that just kind of shows that it will make it easier for her this year to get things done, because there's no resistance. So there is a sense of her following her intuition, or following her instincts, and following her heart. So if there's anything that she feels called out to do, or if there's anything that she just desires to do in her life, she will just go for it with no fear, no hesitation, nothing holding her back. Therefore, she will get a lot of things done this 2024, because she's just trying everything out. If it works, it's good. If it doesn't, then she will figure out a new path or a new way of doing it. And this is a very good mentality to have, or a great way of getting things done, because I don't see any sense of being reckless as much as I'm getting this sense of being able to succeed, because she's just trying a bunch of different ways to get things done. And since she's just having fun or going along with the ride, there's no baggage that is being built, or there's no disappointments that she encounters this year, because she's simply just trying things out and just having fun. So the worst thing that she could experience is just being bored, or the worst thing that she could experience this 2024 in regards to her career is that she doesn't try something new, right? I do feel that she will, or like she doesn't have the time to do something. Because I think she will feel very encouraged or very called out to just try new things and figure out where that takes her. So now let's go on to the last part of this reading, which is the healing messages or the advice for aespa the 2024. So let's see, any healing messages or advice for the group? So a card just fell, which is a new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So again, we have another new moon. So this kind of just shows that for this year, it will be very beneficial for the group to just follow their heart, do what they want to do, and they will succeed. There is a chance that as long as they're healthy, as long as they're confident, or as long as they want to do anything, they'll succeed, or they'll get far, or they will accomplish a lot in life. With this new moon as well, there is this sense of it will be very beneficial for them to start on anything that they had planned or anything that they want to do, because the energy is so well around them. It could be this Three of Pentacles where everyone's just working in harmony very well, but the energy surrounding them is so good that anything that they start this year, it will get far, even if they don't complete it within the year. So there is also a chance, like if they're planning on doing something or they're curious about trying something new in their life, like maybe some of them want to start on a project that maybe even if it doesn't get completed this 2024, it will be very beneficial for them to even start, or to start planning is like a step closer to actually getting the work done. But regardless, what I'm trying to get at is that if they do that, it will be very beneficial, because this year is going to feel like everything flows so nicely that it doesn't matter what they do or how far along they are with their visualization of this idea, it will manifest very quickly, or it will get done very quickly as well. So even if they're just in the planning stages, all of a sudden they have people that are ready to help them design something or help them figure things out, so they have a better and clearer idea of how to go about their goal. So again, this Aries energy just kind of shows that if there's anything they want to do, just go for it. Even if they don't know exactly what they want to do or how they're going to go about it, they're going to get all the help necessary to achieve those goals, because they're surrounded by people that are willing to help and work with them. The other card that just fell is Blue Moon with Believe in the Impossible. So again, it really feels like the energy is like the odds are in their favor. They're very lucky, or they will achieve a lot this year. Also with a blue moon is when you have 2 full moons within a month. And that's not very common, but it can definitely happen. It's usually like if you have a full moon at the very start of the month, by the end of the month there is a high chance you can have another full moon. And I'm just saying that because if we do have that sometime this year, I don't know if it will happen, but if we do, there is a chance that will be a very good time for them to notice how their dreams are coming true, or like that might be a very good timing to for on the surface for all of us to notice that all of a sudden aespa is just succeeding. Like all of a sudden all their dreams are coming true, all of a sudden everything's just kind of working in their favor. If some things were being delayed around this time, where this month where there could be a blue moon, I don't know if there will be, but I'm just saying if there is this year, then that could be a good way of us identifying, like timing wise, where the group will feel or notice or realize that there's a bunch of good things coming or entering into their life. Also with this blue moon, there is a chance that the advice for the group is to not limit themselves to settle with things. Is like if there's something that they really want to do in life or something they want to accomplish, just go for it and allow your standards to stay as high as possible. So what I mean by this is like if there's something that they dream of, that they don't limit their mind by being like, but this will be good enough. It's like, no, good enough is not good. Whatever standards they have of something, or whatever dreams or they want to accomplish or aim for in life, that they should just go for it and not be afraid of dreaming big, basically. So one last card for the advice. for healing messages. So the last card that we have is a Cardinal Moon with Be Bold and Make the First Move, which is a very good card to have, especially since they had an Aries one, and Aries is a cardinal sign. And cardinal signs they usually carry the energy of being the entrepreneurs or the initiators. Cardinal signs are the ones that kind of are that spark, or are the ones that initiate change. That doesn't necessarily make them good leaders per se, but they're definitely the ones that could bring ideas that can start, helping or influencing the people around them to start aiming for those goals or start changing their way of doing things. So that's why, for example, if you have an Aries that is making that first move and being bold about it and being super confident, you can even say this energy is very good for like the Chariot that we saw earlier. Is like it kind of fits, it kind of matches. But anyway, so what I was getting at is, like, for example, if you have an Aries as a cardinal sign, they're very good at initiating change because they themselves will just jump into something new, will just start a new journey. They will not even think about what they want, and they will not even think of the consequences to their actions. They just kind of do. Like, if they want to do something, they just do it and then think about it later, or like they process later like what they did. A lot of Aries Aries energy is a type that could be considered self-centered, selfish, and impulsive because of their nature of just taking action without thinking. Yeah, Aries could even be a bit reckless sometimes, because an Aries will be like, if I want to do something, then let me just go for it. Like, what's stopping me, right? It's also a sign that could really motivate the people around them because they genuinely just want to do things and they're very honest and sincere about things. Like the energy itself, I'm not saying people that are Aries sun will manifest this, because there's other placements that could create baggage or could hold them back sometimes. But Aries itself, like the energy, is a type that, since they're very sincere, very genuine and honest, they live their life in such a way that to others it can seem a bit selfish. It's like, you're not thinking about others, or this and that. But to an Aries, it's like, I just felt like doing something and I just went for it. Like, nothing's holding me back. And that type of energy could really motivate other people around them to be like, you're right, there's nothing wrong with just taking action. There's nothing wrong with trying new things. And by having that type of mentality, it could create change for other people around them to just be like, to lose that fear or that hesitation that may have been holding them back from starting a new project or a new journey. And I do feel that someone that may have that energy could be someone like Ling Ling, because we saw in her individual, I guess, energy that she was really going to feel creative, and she was going to get a lot of ideas, and all of a sudden she will just kind of take action on these ideas without fear of failure or without fear of disappointment, because at the end of the day it's all about the experience. And that type of mentality could be very beneficial for the group, because then a lot of them will be like, yeah, you're right, let's just try it out, or there's nothing wrong with this. And that mentality can be quite healthy to get rid of overthinking and hesitation that can sometimes be the resistance to allow ourselves to accomplish our dreams, for example. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought this was a very positive energy for the group. If anything, the only ones that I'm kind of worried about is Winter and Karina, since they were the ones that got like the most quote-unquote negative cards. If anything, there might be a chance that they, like, for example, one thought that just came to my mind is, if Got the Beat had, for example, some project or some sort of comeback somehow, that the girls may feel a bit tied down by that, or they may feel kind of like, I have to do this and I kind of don't want to. I will prefer to have my own individual schedule instead of having to do what I've been tied down by my contract. So that's something that just kind of randomly came to my mind. But aside from that, I do feel that the group is doing well. It seems like they're working well together. The staff is working well with them. It seems like if they're not taking action, it's just not time yet. But aside from that, there is like this new beginning filled with like destinies on their side. Everything is going to work out for them. If anything, the only other thing to be wary of or to look out for is that maybe the group may take a break or a very needed vacation that could stand out to the fans as well. Like, all of a sudden it's like the girls are too quiet, or all of a sudden it's like, oh look, it seems like everyone went on vacation. But just keep this in mind, that even though that may slow down their work, like they're not promoting, it will be very beneficial because everyone's gonna come back with this renewed energy that will make them feel like they're alive once again in their work. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. I really hope you like this reading, and Thank you so much for watching. Love and healing from my part to you, and